attitude to which you have been called. So this action plan has a lot to do with that. Who and what are we to do? Where are we to do it? To whom are we to focus it? That's part of the action. So enough of the pieces about review. I just wanted you to know that is what's going on. God is saying he's watching. He's pleased with some of your movements this week. But I have something I want to press a little further. You know, I am a motivator and I have this inspirational press in my belly for you. So I want to get right to our subject so that we can really stay in our time zone. And what I've been hearing and what I've been understanding is things are time sensitive. Can you hear me? Things in the realm of the spirit, in our natural spheres of occupation, in what we're doing in our vocation, what we're doing in our family systems, good morning to you, is extremely time sensitive. It means we do not have the same time to just lag, the same time to just drag. Things are moving at atmospheric pressure, environmental press. There is something, don't you feel it in 2016? Don't you feel it? Like we've got to really be ready for something, like something is happening, something is coming. So the word that God gave me, the motivation for you this morning is that you have to be in fast action and quick implementation. Did you hear me? Fast action and quick implementation. And this is critical because the things that we have been carrying, the things that we have been meditating on, the things we've been praying about, the things even this week that you got some clarity about the assignment, and then you understood that you had content, and you understood that required character, and you knew you were called. All of those pieces now must be activated. All of those pieces must be executed. All of those elements must be implemented. We cannot get an understanding about what we've been called to do and be and then sit with it for another 6 weeks. No, we've got to get moving now. Remember, it's action now. Once you get clarity, it's now. Once you understand your calling, it's now. Once you develop your character and you discipline it, move now. Once you know there's content inside, don't delay. It's about now. Implement and occupy now. That's what people of action do. Absolutely. And so if we're going to be people of action, we've got to be in fast and quick movement. We cannot just say, well, one day, maybe sorta, when I feel it and when someone supports it and when I have a few more dollars and maybe just a little more energy and maybe a little more time. There's no maybe here. What I'm saying to you, beloved, as entrepreneurs, as marketplace ministers, as those who are keeping the house of God in the flame of the gate of God, we cannot delay. What's in your belly is God sent. What's in your belly is there. I know that in the past people said, wait on your ministry, wait on your idea, don't move so fast. But I heard heaven say fast action and quick implementation so that everything that we've been focusing on this week has to come to the surface and then it has to be thrust out. This is critical. Once you think it, then ink it. All right. Once you think it, then ink it. Put it on paper. Once you ink it, then sling it. Let it go. Just put it out there. Just make the call, swipe the card, push it out there, make some connections, get online, Google it, say, oh yeah, I'm ready. Once you think it, then ink it. Once you write it down and look at it, then go into implementation. Sling it right out of your hand. Sling it right out of your heart. Sling it right out of your belly. Don't delay. This is not a time for delay. It's not a time for thinking. You know, I was considering this awesome Nigerian pastor who moved, I believe, to part of Ukraine. He's doing great things. His name is Sunday at Elijah. And Sunday at Elijah got an instruction and an unction from heaven to fast action and quick implementation. And he took his ministry. Come on, swipe from down to top and tell some people on Android, come on, she's about to tell us about how this thing is working in the heavens. Swipe from left to right and tell those with your iPhone, come and join the motivation of the 7 mountains right now. And so I want you to do that. But as you're doing that, what I want to tell you is Sunday at Elijah had an unction just like you. He had an idea just like you and me. He had a thought that he thought it, he inked it, and then he slung that thing right out there in the atmosphere. And do you know what heaven did? Heaven caught it and said, now you're talking, now you're moving. Heaven took the sling and he took the shot and he began to move things for Sunday at Elijah. And what I'm saying is that he's going to do the same for you. But you got to not just think it and ink it. You got to sling it. You got to put it right out there. Fast action, quick implementation. And to this day, this Nigerian, this black man with his black skin is standing, moving, building church and ministry at the top of its game in the Ukraine. So it can't be, it could be crazy, but it's not crazy. It could be like off the chain and way out there, but don't worry about it. It could be that it sounds like nobody else has ever done it. So nobody else has ever seen anything like it. Okay, it doesn't matter. If God put it in your belly and he told me I've been putting my ideas, my dreams, and my visions in the belly of my people, and it's been rising up to their thinking. They've been meditating on it, Yolanda. They have had passion for it, but they've had no one to motivate. And listen, if we do not motivate you and activate you, then you know what will happen? You will have a stillborn. I know everybody's talking about birthing, but if you are not motivated and activated, if there is not surgical press, if there is not ministerial press, military press, then you can stillborn the great idea. It can come out, but it will come out with no life. It will come out with no season to it, no power to it, no breath to it, no life to it. And we don't have time for that. So if it's in you and it's kicking, if it's in you and it's breathing and you know it's alive, then don't delay. We don't have time to say, well, we'll deliver this baby in 12 months. No such thing. We deliver the baby when it's ready. And some things have been cooking. Some things have been germinating. Some things have been moving inside of you. So we have no time. We have no time. We have no time to wait. We have no time to wonder. We have no time to meditate. We have no time to call somebody and ask them what they think. We think it, we ink it, we sling it. You got it? Think it, right? Ink it, and then sling it out there. Just put it right out in the atmosphere. Just do it. And then if it needs tweaking, we'll tweak it. Then if it needs some extra cushion, we'll cushion it. Even if it needs some modification, we will modify it. But we cannot wait. Fast action and quick implementation. The last thing I want to share with you as I think about this movement of people and ideas, I think of a woman named Abigail. And I'm going to finish. I'm really going to finish on time today. So I'm really being cognizant of my time. But things that happen with us come again out of our belly. The things that God is birthing are not just in our back and on our side. They're in our belly. We should feel it. And I was looking at this think it, sling it. Think it, ink it, and sling it. And I was thinking about the importance of pushing and thrusting out the idea. It means that it must go out of us. It must be spoken. It must be shared. It must be given tools. It must be given use so that it will have formation, that it will have manifestation. Because let me tell you, the enemy is doing everything he can in the market right now to hoodwink our children, to deceive marriages, to cause the church to be in religious constructs, to cause government to be in derision, to cause policemen to be in hatred and hardship and against certain classes and groups while others are being passionate. See, the world is in derision, and you and I have these ideas, these visions, these dreams in our belly. And what heaven is saying is, I want heaven, the kingdom of heaven on earth. How is he going to do that? Jesus said, pray it as it is in heaven, so let it be on earth. How does that happen if heaven in you, Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is in you? So if heaven is going to be released and developed and present in the earth, you are the one carrying heaven. Does heaven wait for you, or are you carrying heaven? Does heaven say, I'm here, now release me in the earth so that as it is in heaven, it will be on earth? I know that sounds really crazy, but it's so wonderfully true. It is what Jesus meant. I'm going to put the goods down in my belly of my body, in the belly of my bride, in the belly of my people, and they will get great ideas. They will dream dreams. They will prophesy and see things, colors and textures, ideas and solutions, answers to problems will come to them, and they will be bold enough, courageous enough, powerful enough, on point enough, motivated enough, and activated enough to move, to have fast action and quick implementation. Heaven is waiting. Heaven is saying, come on, guys. Rooting for us, saying, get up, move forward. Don't be in your thoughts. Don't be in your mind thinking, I don't know how. You will know. Once you move, you will be amazed at how much it comes together. So let's just look at this one part. Oh, before I do that, I found this thing. Oh, it's so good. I said sling it, right? S-L-I-N-G, sling it out. Well, I found another word that I thought would go with sling, with ink it and think it was slink it. And when I looked the word up, slink it, it was a terrible word. So there was no way I was going to use it. This is what it means. I want to say, do not slink it, sling it. So slink means to move or go slow. To move or go slow, like in fear and cowardice, to be in shame, to be in derision, to be in a thought process too long. Slink. And it talks about to move slowly, too provocatively, so that you're not getting anywhere fast. That is not what we're to do. We are to think it, ink it, and sling it, not slink it. And this was the other thing, that slink is a premature born calf or any animal born prematurely. It's just not developed. It's not right, or it's too far gone, or it's not ready, and it's slowly coming. We don't want slow. Say, I don't want slow. We can't do slow. Say, slow is not on my list today, not tomorrow, not next week. I will not be slow. Say, fast action, quick implementation. Do not delay. Do not slink. Sling. Do not slink. Sling into the week. Sling into the weekend. Do not slink. But sling it, hun. Sling it, babe. Sling it, y'all. Sling it, girlfriend. Sling it, boyfriend. Sling it, husband. Sling it, mom. Sling it, 7-year-old. Sling it, 77-year-old. I'm too old. You're not too old to sling it. The ideas of your heart. I want to tell you about one woman, and then we're closing. I've got a few minutes. I want to tell you about a woman who had fast action and quick implementation. No more slinking, right? But all the way. Slinging, not slinking. Now, listen. This woman in Old Testament scripture, her name was Abigail. I call it the Abigail advance. Abigail was a woman who knew there's an issue going on. I've got something going on inside of me. Things are going on around me. I'm married to a slinker. I'm married to a slothful man. I'm married to a fool. I'm married to someone who don't know how to move, who don't know how to think, who don't know how to ink, who don't know how to sling it. And I'm before a king. David is standing with the needs of his posse, the needs of his men. He comes to Nabal, her husband, and asks for a ration, asks for provision. And he says, nah, I ain't doing it. He's a wealthy scoundrel. He's someone who doesn't understand times and seasons. We don't want to be in that category. And what he does is he sends David and his men away hungry. David walks away and he's like, you know what? He don't even deserve it. He don't even deserve none of this. We should just take this whole thing out. But Abigail had a quick mind. She had an inked mind. She understood time. She understood seasons. She understood the maneuver of things. You cannot be slinking. You have to be slinging. And what she did was she went quick. She went fast. She put some things together, raisin cakes and pies and pieces. Let me say some chicken and some potato salad and some cornbread. She put some things together, some bottles of water and juice, and she put some extra things in there. And she said, there's no way I'm going to know to do right. Know that there's something that needs to happen and not do it. And what I'm saying to you is that's what time it is. We have to be in an Abigail advance. I don't care if you male or female. I don't care if you're a minister or a marketplace minister. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur or a workplace manager. I'm saying fast action and quick implementation will change the outcome of what you're dealing with. It could be tragic. It could be wonderful. It could be good or bad, but we cannot delay. We must move in fast action and quick implementation. And by the time Abigail advances before the king, bows herself